Welcome to another beautiful day in sunny Southwest Florida. We're here at 3507 22nd Street. It is a little bit of a fixer-upper. The roof looks nice, fresh, brand new. Sits on a pretty big lot. Got some decent curb in. It's all rocks instead of cheap mulch or whatever. It's even got a palm tree. But you can kind of see it's gonna need some paint work, stuff like that. But this front entry is rather grand. Like, if you were to clean this thing up, it would look awesome. There are shutters somewhere. You've got anchors for all these windows, if you see those. But I will take you inside. So as you come in, you got formal dining right to the right. You have a little sitting area or den nook to the left. So there's not a light in here. You could always just have one wired, ceiling fan or whatever. There's a little bit of a smoke smell. I don't know if they smoked all the time in here, but probably clean the ductwork, maybe repaint. So formal dining leads to your kitchen. We'll go this way first. So you got tile through the wet area. Big kind of half open kitchen, opens up towards the living room. Then you got your dining nook where the pool is on the other side of that. These are all nice solid wood, not soft close, but good condition. Probably would want new appliances outside of this. This looks pretty brand spanking new, but these are a little dated. But pantry right here. So that's pretty big. It's very nice. And then we'll go into the primary. Right back here. This room is huge, so I don't know if my camera does it justice, but it's probably 15, 16 feet by about another 14 or 15 feet. And then there is slider access to the pool here as well. So we'll check out the primary bath real quick. So just an insert for the shower. Big old tub, not jetted or anything too fancy. We've got a window outside. It's got the frosted glass and a huge closet. So there is some carpeting that it's pretty old, but it's in decent condition outside of some staining. A little toilet there. Just the one sink in this one. There's me today. Nice to see you virtually. So you could always go back and add a second sink if you would like to, and or just swap this out instead of the vanity portion. Now into the guest portion of the house. So remember, you got your formal dining up there on the left, den space over there, laundry and garage we'll check out at the end. But then you got these two guest bedrooms. So the one on the back side here has a pool bath just off the corner, tub, shower, insert, sink, linen closet, and toilet. And it really probably could use a paint touch-up just looking at it. But it's to be expected. A home this big at this price, there's gonna be some fixing up to do. It's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. So this looks out back. Oh, this doesn't actually work, does it? Try to give you an idea. Pool cage, backyard. And I could see the film on that window. Could get replaced too. A lot of homes in Florida put a film to tint so the sun isn't heating up the space so much. Normal closet in here. This bedroom has a walk-in closet. Very big, very spacious. Give you an idea. Pretty big rooms. These are all at least 10 by 12, if not even bigger. Then you've got another bedroom up here. So this one looks out front. Nice big window overlooking the street. Another walk-in closet. And we'll take you outside. Actually, let's poke our heads into the garage real quick while we're in here. So laundry room, nice little pass through. Got your AC here, which is, it's a 2024, and it's a train. So you're gonna be all set with this thing for a long time. Here's the garage. Nice little standard 2-car. Electric panel and water heater. We'll see if we can get a date on those. Hurricane shutters. These are what go into all those anchors. And I just wanted to see. Oh, this is leaking. That's a fridge. I was like, where's that coming? Water heater 2025. And electric panel. See if we can get an amp, 200 amp service, square D. This thing's in pretty good condition. Still got a couple knockouts, but not too many. But let's take you guys outside to the pool. All right, dry my feet a little bit. So in the pool area, I did notice the pool pump is running, but it's not circulating. So I'm not entirely sure what needs remedied. This will need rescreened. So when you've got a tear like that, that whole piece needs replaced. Same thing on the door. There's not really a way to fix that. It looks like they tried to scotch tape it at one point. But you'll see it's kind of getting a little biofilmy. And I thought maybe it wasn't working. I see some motion there. I don't know if my camera's gonna pick that up. It's trying to spin. But the pool pump itself is running. It's just not cleaning. And it's not a water level issue. So let me show you. This thing's starting to look pretty rough. But she's running. So this is a couple $1,000s to get a new pump, compressor, all that stuff with the filter. It could be fixable. It could be too rough. Got a little bit of stucco cracking there too. This is just paint touch-up. But overall, the cage is in good condition. New construction there. Nice house next door. Neighbors have a cutesy little picket fence house. The main drag is just a street over. See what we've got here. This is locked, so we can't see in there unless there's a window. No window, just a storage shed, but this thing is built up pretty darn high. And this looks to be a well pump. I'd have to double check, but out here in Lehigh, I think almost everything's on well. This could end up needing a new pump at some point. It's looking a little rusted. Give you an idea. Actually, that's cut off. I think they had this connected to city water, maybe. Maybe not. It's a water treatment system. Although this has been worked on at some point. That's new technology. Those are sulfur blocks, as opposed to aeration tanks, which are the big circle drums. Got a new build just across the street. Irrigation system. It could have been a pump-fed irrigation too. Little rain gauge, so it only runs when it's too dry. This is in decent shape. It is rusting out a little, so it may not be as new as the unit inside, but should give you a pretty good idea on this one. For the size, the square footage in the pool, that's kind of where your value is. You're gonna end up doing some cleaning up and probably a lot of painting, but that's kind of what you get, where you can get more house and more stuff, but there's going to be a little bit of extra work with that. But that'll wrap up this one. I'll catch you at the next one. Bye.